If I told you that you don't need to do cardio to lose weight, would you believe me? Well, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't. But today, I'm going to prove to you once and for all that cardio is completely pointless when it comes to weight loss. Because a few months ago, I did an experiment, and the results of that experiment prove my point. So today I'm going to reveal the results, and I'm going to explain why you don't need to do cardio. But I'm also going to tell you what you should be doing instead. In case you don't know who I am and you're wondering why you should listen to me, my name is Doug, and I've been a personal trainer and a certified nutritionist for nearly 6 years now. And I've helped over 100 men and women to get results like this, and this. Okay, so what was this mystery experiment, and how have I proven that cardio is completely pointless and irrelevant for weight loss and fat loss? It was actually very straightforward. I strapped an Apple Watch to my wrist. Unfortunately, that Apple Watch has since broken. Went outside, walked 3 kilometers in one direction, and then paused the Apple Watch. Here's the results from the walk that I went on. 241 calories burned, and it took me 25 minutes. Then I turned around, restarted my Apple Watch, and ran the same 3 kilometers home. How many more calories do you think I burned on the run? 100, 200, 300? Well, if you guess 300, this is going to be a little bit awkward. I burned a grand total of 14 more calories. Yes, the run was obviously quicker, but that's right, folks. I only burned 14 more calories, but it felt 10 times harder. And this is exactly the point that I wanted to prove. There's a common misconception that you have to be doing a lot of cardio to lose weight. And that makes the idea of losing weight so hard that it becomes a mental barrier and puts people off from even starting their weight loss journey. But it isn't hard, and you don't need to do cardio. And this experiment proves that. Let me explain. For you to lose weight and body fat, you need to be in what we call a caloric deficit, where you're consuming fewer calories than you are burning. Or another way to look at that is that you are burning more calories than you are consuming. But whichever way you cut it, it means that you need to be eating fewer calories than what we call your maintenance calorie number. Your maintenance calorie number is the number of calories that you need to consume if you just wanted to stay the same, if you wanted to stay at the same weight and at the same body fat percentage. So losing weight, losing body fat comes down to consuming fewer calories and burning more. And if you're only burning 14 more calories to run the same distance that you could easily walk, surely it makes far more sense and is much more sustainable to walk every day rather than to think you have to run 3, 5, or even 7 days a week. By the way, if you want to calculate your maintenance calorie number and your calorie deficit, the number of calories that you would need to consume to lose weight and lose body fat, you can go ahead and click the first link in the description that's underneath this video. And you can use the completely free calorie calculator that I've created so that I can send you your personalized results and explain everything in much more detail for you. The other mental barrier that I find stops people from starting their weight loss journey is thinking you have to follow a boring, strict, restrictive diet or meal plan. But you don't have to do that either, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. Because if nothing else, what I want you to take away from this video is a little bit of peace of mind. And by the way, I should say, I'm not saying that cardio is bad. I'm not saying it doesn't have its place. Cardio has obvious physical and mental health benefits. But the problem is that everyone starts with the best of intention. They have a new playlist, new clothes, new shoes, a new route mapped out. But then 3 weeks in, your feet hurt a little bit from those shoes, you're bored of the route, the playlist is a little bit dull and monotonous, and it's cold and rainy outside and you'd rather stay in bed. It's just not that sustainable for most people unless you happen to enjoy it. And if you do, power to you. In this instance, I'm not talking to you. In fact, I'm happy for you. You can feel free to click off this video and get on with your day if you want. But I know most people don't. And also, if you're overweight, it's not particularly good for you because it can put a lot of tension on your joints, which can lead to injury. What I am saying is that if you're overweight and you don't want to be overweight anymore, but the only thing that's holding you back from starting is thinking that you have to do lots of cardio, then you don't need to worry about that anymore. So what should you do instead? Well, it's simple. Walk. Walk a lot. For every 10,000 steps that you walk, you'll burn anything from 300 to 500 calories, depending on how fast you're walking and how much you weigh. If you walk 15,000 steps a day, you'll burn anything from 500 to 750 calories. And if those numbers don't mean anything to you, then let me explain. I've already explained your maintenance calories and that you need to be in a calorie deficit if you want to lose a body fat. Let me add a little bit of flesh to the bones there. To lose 1 pound of fat a week, and this is what it looks like, by the way, it's kind of massive, isn't it? You need to be in a 3,500 calorie deficit each week. That's how many calories are in one of these. To do that, a lot of people like to put themselves in a 500 calorie deficit every single day because 500 multiplied by 7 days in a week is 3,500. However, that plan is very good in theory, but in practical application, it's somewhat flawed. The problem with trying to stick to a 500 calorie deficit every single day, I tell you what, let me get rid of that, is that no 2 days are the same. That's why I say in theory it works, but in practice it probably doesn't. Your Monday is going to be different to your Thursday, and your Thursday is definitely going to be different to your Saturday. You're going to have unexpected things come up, whether it's stress from work, your family, your kids, your pets, your partner. You might get sick, or you might get an unexpected hangover. And then as soon as you miss your 500 calorie deficit on one day, you feel incredibly guilty and you're likely to give up. That approach, trying to stick to a 500 calorie deficit every single day, not only is it very boring, monotonous, and pretty difficult, it's also very restrictive in its own way. So what I get my clients to do is to take a bit more of a zoomed out approach. I calculate their maintenance calorie number for them and then subtract 500 from that to give them their daily recommended calorie target. But then crucially, I multiply that number by 7. So rather than giving them a daily calorie target, I'm giving them a weekly calorie target. Let me give you a quick working example. Let's say your maintenance calories is 2,500. Your daily recommended calorie target would be 2,000. But rather than trying to stick to 2,000 calories every single day, what I'd encourage you to do is multiply that number by 7, giving you a weekly calorie target of 14,000. Just saying that number out loud, 14,000. It sounds a lot more appealing than 2,000, doesn't it? Yes, you've got to space them out over the course of the week. But in the real world, that's a much better approach. It gives you a lot more control and gives you a lot more freedom. It puts you in the driver's seat. And crucially, it also removes the need for you to restrict your food or follow some boring meal plan. Now you can plan your week, and it means you can have higher calorie days and lower calorie days. The way most of my clients structure this is they have lower calorie days at the start of the week when stress levels are lower and motivation is high. And it leaves them to have higher calorie days at the back end of the week where they might be more stressed, more tired, or they might just want more freedom to have social occasions. But here's where it gets really cool. Let's say right now you're walking 4,000 to 5,000 steps a day, which by the way is the average for a person in the UK and the US. If you up that to 8,000, 10,000, or even 15,000, you're raising your maintenance calorie number, because your maintenance calorie number is based on your physiology, your age, your weight, your height, and your sex, and how active you are. So if you can double or even triple your activity level without doing any high intensity cardio, you can now eat the exact same amount and the exact same food that you were before and start to lose weight. And all you have to do is walk more, walk a lot more. Aim for 10 to 15,000 steps a day, and you can burn anything from 300 to 750 calories. But if you want to lose weight even faster, then you can choose to eat a little bit less as well. So now, not only have you created a calorie deficit just from moving more, you've created an even bigger calorie deficit by eating a little bit less. And if you do that, you could lose 1, if not 2 pounds a week. Remember, if you want to lose 1 pound of fat a week, you need to create a 3,500 calorie deficit. So it makes sense that if you want to lose 2 pounds a week, you need to create a 7,000 calorie deficit, which works out to about 1,000 calories a day. Now that's a steep deficit. I'm not saying you have to do that, but if you want to lose fat fast, that's your way to go. And I've done other videos around that as well. And I think the best part about all of this, not only are you going to lose weight effortlessly, not only do you not have to do any high intensity cardio, not only do you not have to follow a restrictive diet or a boring meal plan, but you get to walk more. And that's amazing because walking comes with so many physical and mental health benefits. Walking is cardio. It's just slower cardio. You're also going to get to change your environment, get some fresh air, hopefully get some sunshine, and activate a part of your nervous system called your parasympathetic nervous system, which is linked to rest, relaxation, and restoration. It's literally scientifically proven that walking will lower your stress level by activating this part of your nervous system, the parasympathetic nervous system. And the best part about walking is that you can multitask whilst you're doing it. You can listen to a podcast or a new playlist. You can catch up with friends, and you can even take walking meetings, because let's be honest, everybody is sick of Zoom now. And like I said, the main point of this video, walking is far more sustainable than running. It's easier, and there's lower chance of getting injured and less chance of getting fatigued. Also, because you're now walking more and eating better, you'll sleep better. So now you'll have more energy, and better still, and this is the key word, guys, drive. You'll have more drive. Everything will feel easier. You will want to do all the stuff that you used to think was hard. All those mental barriers that used to stop you from starting your weight loss journey will melt away. You won't want to sit indoors and eat junk food. You'll want to get up, get out, and do more. And that's the start of you building momentum, getting out of a vicious cycle and into a virtuous one. What you're essentially doing is starting to create a healthy, sustainable lifestyle, all just from committing to walking every day. And then once you've been walking for a while, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, you'll start to get positive feedback loops in your brain. And that's because you'll start to see results. And more importantly, you'll start to feel better. And then you'll get excited because it's working and you're not even trying that hard. And it's easy and you'll want to do more of it, and so on and so forth. Can you see why I get so excited about this? Because so many people overcomplicate fat loss. I'm not saying it's easy, but it is simple. Cardio and running is a tool to burn calories, but it's not a prerequisite. The people who lose weight, and more crucially, keep it off, focus on the following. They understand their numbers. They track their calories. They aim for a high protein diet. They eat whole food. They drink a lot of water. They walk a lot. They prioritize their sleep. They build a routine that works and is sustainable for them. And then they do all that consistently. So what are some simple things that you can do right now? Use the free calorie calculator that I've built. Download MyFitnessPal or Chronometer to track your food. Try to eat at least 100 grams of protein a day, and you can get that from meat, fish, eggs, milk, spinach, Greek yogurt, peanut butter, or of course you could supplement with protein shakes and protein bars. Stop eating junk food. I've done a whole other video on this, but trust me, it's going to make everything so much easier for you. Drink more water. How much more? More. Walk at least 10,000 steps a day. And last but not least, number 7, get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep a night. And then just rinse and repeat. But listen, I know this can be overwhelming and feel hard. I really hope this video has helped. You can take everything that I've said today, implement it, and you'll get amazing results. But if you'd like my help, you can use the second link in the description of this video to join the waiting list for my online coaching program. I'll be taking on some new clients in the next few weeks, so click the link, answer the 3 quick and easy questions, and find out if you're the right fit for my program. And if you're just here for the content, no worries whatsoever. Like I say, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. If you have, I would absolutely love it if you could show your support and smash the thumbs up button, and of course, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the next video. Until then, bye.